Rhyme.
Terrific. Sorry you have to rush off.
Will somebody please tell me who's Mickey?
Hi.
Hi.
Formula 409 starts to work before you start to wipe.
Got strange customs here. Eat little tiny goldfish. Yep, a special breed raised only on Pepperidge Farm. Crunchy critters and 5 tasty flavors like cheddar and Parmesan. See? Pepperidge Farm still remembers that simple things make better snacking.
Where my light lasts longer. 5% longer than in other soft white bulbs. Why, in this 60 watt alone, you'll enjoy 50 more hours of me. So, you see, with Sylvania, you made the brightest choice of all.
Oh, nice meeting you.
Ask for Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
Win $1,000 and a new car.
Weeknights at 6:30.
Well, if you are a Wheel of Fortune fan, today is your day, because on Good Company, our bargain hunter, Vicki Audette, is taking us to Hollywood to meet Pat Sajak.
And if you're a fashion fan, we're going to take a look at what's hot in fashion this year, and that is the sweater trend, what to buy and how to wear it.
And here in our studio, you will meet that lady. She's had a tempestuous life, Jane Russell.
I'm Mike Brunswick. These handicap puppets have a message, and that is that handicapped kids are people too. I'll show you what they mean later on.
Oh, that's coming up just ahead on Good Company.
From the Twin Cities, it's Good Company. With your hosts, Steve Edelman and Sharon Anderson. With field host Gary Lumpkin and bargain hunter Vicki Audette. And now, your hosts, the husband and wife team, Steve and Sharon.
Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome to Good Company, everybody. Well, we're going to continue our series, actually finish up our series today on Wheel of Fortune.
Yep.
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak, what's he really like? Vicki Audette knows. I like your sweater.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very. What is that made out of? It's kind of hairy.
Yeah, I think it's called hairs.
Hairs?
Yeah, it's
is
one
it
of those
mohair
sweaters. I don't
really?
know.
Big Sonny Bono's coming back in the form. No, what is this? Is this mohair?
Well, you know, I don't know. We can look it up later, I guess. It's probably on the tag, but isn't that pretty? It's hot, I'll tell you. Literally hot.
Wow.
This is the look, you know, to wear several sweaters over each other, and I have
$119.
3 sweaters.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But that doesn't tell you the fiber content.
Oh, that's true. It says, let's see.
Is this weird?
Rayon, silk, nylon, angora, and rabbit hair.
See here.
That's right.
Rabbit hair?
Rabbit hair. Little bunnies died for this thing?
Sweater. Oh,
really? This thing's made out of Corfam, which is strictly synthetic, so...
Suddenly less attractive, isn't it, knowing I'm wearing a rabbit?
I think you look great in that.
Well, thank you. Now I feel bad
Big
about
shoulders.
it. Anyway.
Anyway, Vicki Audette is here. Pat Sajak.
Yes.
You went out to Hollywood, and how did you feel before you met Pat Sajak?
Well, first of all, this is such an unusual thing for me to do as the bargain hunter. Go out to Hollywood and interview celebrities. Right. I mean, it was unbelievable. And the first person I met was Pat Sajak, and he was in getting his makeup on, and the producer said, go on in and talk to him, and literally shoved me in this room.
So he didn't know you were coming?
Well, not really, and he was so gracious, Steve. It was great, but I almost froze, and I liked him. I really did, and I think we could be best friends. But let's take a look.
Okay, Vicki, lonely lately? Okay.
Best friends.
Right.
Let's take a look and meet Pat Sajak.
Look at this studio, filled with glamorous prizes. Fabulous and
Does anyone know what makes the Wheel of Fortune the hottest game show on television? Some say it's the fabulous prizes, but every game show has big prizes. Others contend it's Vanna White's marvelous wardrobe. Marvelous or not, surely people don't tune in day after day just to see a model. Maybe it's the mystique of the wheel, or the challenge of the puzzles. To find out just what makes this show so successful, we went to the man in charge, Pat Sajak. And you know what? He didn't know.
Trying to figure it out. I really don't. I don't think anyone associated with the show expected it to be as big as it is. And everyone now sits back and gives you their pet theory like they know. And of course, if they knew, every show would be a hit. So nobody knows. Don't believe anyone who tells you they know why.
I won't.
They're lying.
Lying or not, what many are saying is that Pat Sajak himself is the big reason the show's so popular.
That's a tough job sometimes. $3,500 you have.
I mean, could Ed Grimley of Saturday Night Live be wrong about something like that?
Oh, and to get to meet Pat Sajak, like I suppose you could do better than that. No way. It seems to me that he would be a pretty decent guy, I must say.
Speaking of Saturday Night Live, what do you think about Martin Short's Ed Grimley?
You know, I'd heard a lot about it. I'd never seen it until about 2 weeks ago. I was on the Today Show, and they played a clip of it, so I only saw about 30 seconds of it. But I like Martin Short. He's very funny, but it was hard to tell much from that short clip.
What if we became best friends? Best friends in the world, so I would just like phone his house up and say, is Pat there? Just tell him it's me. Oh, that really makes sense now that I think of it. Like, I suppose Pat Sajak doesn't have like over 1 million friends probably. But then again, maybe he doesn't. It's difficult to say. Oh, this is
So you haven't really seen the whole thing?
No.
It is hilarious, Pat. It really is.
Yeah.
But you have a good sense of humor.
Yeah? Yeah, I guess. I try to have fun with this. I mean, we're not doing a brain surgery or the Hallmark Hall of Fame here. I mean, this is a game show, you know.
That's right.
Maybe it's that soft-spoken, dry sense of humor that's the big attraction with people.
We're going to take a break, run a couple of commercial messages here because they paid us so much money to do that, and we should do it. We'll be back with our second round in a moment.
Whatever it is, people are attracted to him. Even his co-host, Vanna White.
We get along great. I mean, we've been working together for 3 years, and we've never had a quarrel or anything. We just get along terrific. We are always together on the show, but off the show, we don't socialize together. I don't know if that's what keeps it fresh and clean or what. It's always fun working with Pat. Every time we tape, it's always a blast.
You did a fine job, a little too good a job on that up there. Would you go back to the puzzle board where you belong? Players, if you land on that
It's a blast for Vanna and for the contestants, who say Pat is great at making them feel comfortable.
You know, I was wondering, can you give somebody one piece of advice on how to be a good contestant?
Yeah, it's so dumb, I hesitate to say it, but it really is be yourself. The temptation is when you try out for a game show or you get on one is to act like you're doing a Saturday Night Live impression of what a game show contestant should be like and jump up and down and tear off the host's clothes. That's not a bad idea, come to think of it. But generally speaking, it just comes off phony. If you're acting phony, it shows, whether it's at a contestant tryout or on the show. So being yourself is really the best way to approach it. Just, try to have fun playing the game and not worry about trying to act in a certain way.
Well, Pat Sajak may have advice on how to be a good contestant, but don't bother to ask him if he'd like to be a contestant. He'd probably answer no.
Play games?
No. I mean, I'm not a big game player. I've never been a big game show watcher, so I'm not really a game groupie at all. I like this one,
This one has been very profitable for you.
Been very, very good to me.
Yeah?
Did you find out how profitable it is for Pat?
Well, I couldn't get the exact amount, but he makes over $500,000 a year doing that show.
And how many days a week does he work, do you know? Because
I think it's about 10 days out of a month. They tape 5
That's
shows a day. For $500,000, I want his job, Steve. No, really, they work hard when they work.
Yeah.
The day that we were there, they were changing and doing 5 shows, one right after another. And we were there, and Pat is real funny off the air, too. We were there on burrito night, which he was very excited about. Because they're there so many hours doing shows, they put out a big buffet for everybody at the end. And it happened to be burrito night.
And Pat liked that?
Pat loved it.
So he seemed very personable.
He's very
Did you like him?
personable. I loved him. Real down-to-earth guy.
Great. Well, thanks, Vicki. Maybe we'll see you show up as a contestant on Wheel of Fortune?
You never know.
You never know. Okay, our bargain hunter, Vicki Audette. Thank you.
Freedom now, freedom of choice.
Well, maybe you should see an allergist.
I know, but with my HMO, that's easier said than done.
Really? I can see any of my HMO specialists.
With a referral, right?
With Physicians Health Plan, the choice is always mine.
Now freedom of choice.
Physicians Health Plan. All the benefits of an HMO plus freedom of choice.
Decorate for the holidays now during Budget Power's Decorama sale. Moen, the choice of professional plumbers, brings you the revolutionary Moen Fountain Flow Lab Faucet. Save on Moen dependability and choose from faucets in gleaming chrome, subtle satin brass, and antique brass to coordinate with your bath. Save on Lion's new European-style tub walls. Reaches the top of most bathroom ceilings and includes a ceiling panel. Features two-color styling, acrylic towel bars, and sculptured shelves. Get the big savings during the Decorama sale.
Budget Power. Have you heard the myth that shampoos can only clean hair? For over 50 years, I've been formulating shampoos that not only clean, but moisturize and add thickness and sheen to the hair. Nexus Therapy shampoo helps make your hair silky, shiny, and glowingly alive. Therapy is a thick, luxurious shampoo enriched with selected botanicals. Whether your hair is dry, thin, brittle, or oily, Nexus has a shampoo that's just right for you. Ask for your free trial size of Nexus Therapy shampoo at these fine salons.
Do you know what Louis Rich did? They took turkey and made it into bologna. Bologna that tastes like bologna. And ham that tastes like ham. Salami, hot dogs, all from naturally lean turkey. So they're up to 95% fat-free to help me stay fit. Perfect for a small snack.
Daddy! With Louis Rich cold cuts, you can eat light. It took Louis Rich to make turkey.
Or bite.
So right.
About to show you some household hints, including how to nail a nail into your wall to hang a picture without ruining your nice wallpaper. We were just talking about Pat Sajak, though, in the break. Where did he come from? I don't remember ever seeing him on game shows before.
No, he was a weatherman in Nashville, Tennessee, and then he went to L.A. and was a weatherman there. And then Merv Griffin saw him. He auditioned for the Wheel of Fortune, and Merv said that he looked like your favorite son-in-law.
Oh,
Interesting.
So
and you know, if you look at Pat
appeal.
Sajak, yeah, he does have kind of a favorite son-in-law look, doesn't
Well, he has a little boy look to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not threatening,
No.
nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that works.
Practice son-in-law. Maybe we could make a lot of money.
Okay. How do you do that? What would I do?
I don't know.
What does your mother think of me? I shouldn't ask her.
I think she'd cast you on the Wheel of Fortune.
You really? Yeah,
She'd
right.
love a son-in-law that made $500,000 a year.
Exactly. Of course, yeah, I'll bet she would.
She would.
Because I'm her only son-in-law as
That's
well, so
right.
that helps. She doesn't have a standard of comparison. Super bargain time. If you're looking for a winter coat for women,
Then she'd
half
visit more.
price. Yes, she might, so we'll have to rethink this. Anyway, at the factory store, which has 2 Twin Cities locations, and they're offering us a super deal again on women's winter coats. Now, they specialize in outerwear for the whole family. Here's Mike Dolan with the deal on this super bargain. Mike Dolan, of course, is our new super bargain man. There he goes in the back, and he'll explain to you the deal.
The deal is on women's winter coats, and this is the place to get them. They have 6 different styles they've set up for us. They all come in a number of different colors. So whether you like your coat down-filled, polyester-filled, a wool blend, this is the place to get them, and that's why we set it up for you.
All right, Mike, thank you. He only finds the finest. That's why he is wearing his tux. Quality for less. They used to cost $85 to $150, 6 different styles. You saw those, half price while supplies last. The name of the place is the Factory Store. And if you're interested in going, 2 locations, one on 6th Street, Minneapolis, the other one, Coon Rapids Boulevard and Coon Rapids Family Center. Go in and ask for the super bargain. They'll show you the coats. And if you like them, half price.
Hints time. Today we have some hints that have been sent in by our viewers. We're going to show you. Also, we're going to do our drawing today for the hints that have been sent in the last couple of months. Nice prize. First of all, this hint was sent in to us by Emmeline Pedersen of Minneapolis, and we call it Keep Your Walls Hole Free. And this is a way to put up pictures over a wall that has wallpaper on it without wrecking the wallpaper.
How do you do that?
I'm going to show you right now how to do it. Here's some wallpaper, and you're going to take a razor, and you're going to make a little V like this in your wallpaper, cutting through to the wall, all right? Just a little inverted V, all right? Now, I'm going to open up that V. This is where that phrase came, tight as wallpaper on a wall, huh? Okay, there we go. Little inverted V in your wallpaper. There. Now you pull the wallpaper down, and you're going to pound your hole in there. Pound your nail in, rather. Where's my
Okay,
nail
let me
in?
help you on that, because I have another hint on how to
Oh, you
pound
do?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a hint sent in by Louise Frederick of Lake Elmo. She says when you're pounding a nail in, what you do is, you know, and so you don't smash your finger. This is a great one. She says you take a piece of cardboard first, put the nail in the cardboard, boom, like that, see?
Yeah.
And then you have your nail in the cardboard, and so you don't have to put your finger right next to the nail until you have the cardboard, see? So you put the...
Does that hold it securely enough?
Well, I don't know. That's what she's saying here. You just take it and stick the thing here, and then, Is this all right? Then you just pound in your nail. Whoa! Whoa! I gotta get those glasses they've been talking about. Gee. Anyway.
I think there are schools to teach people how to do that.
Exactly. Whoa. So
of course,
you
that
see
nail is kind of overkill.
That one works like
for
a charm.
picture.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Anyway.
But anyway, after you back to my hint for a second.
Let's go back to your hint for more than a second.
This one was working pretty well.
Yeah.
After you get your nail, if you want to take your nail out and you want to, take the picture off, what you do is just take a little glue, you stick it right there, you put your V back up there, and no one will ever know. Just go ahead and sell your house. No one will ever know that there was a nail in that wall.
That's a great idea.
I like that.
Really? That's almost as good as that toothpaste deal.
Toothpaste deal.
Yeah, don't you remember?
Filling holes.
Some
the
people,
nail holes,
I don't
the
recommend
toothpaste.
this, but some people that live in an apartment, the nails are full of holes, they just go around with the toothpaste, Fill them all up, and nobody knows the difference, I hear. Anyway.
Unless you use that stripy stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we could do a thing about onions, or we could do a thing about flour. Let's have a vote.
Well,
How many
we have a kitty here. Maybe we should do a thing about kitty.
Oh, let's do the kitty.
Yeah.
Forget the onions and the flour.
Since we have a special guest star, we should get our guest star out
Okay.
here. Alrighty.
Ooh, what a cutie.
This is a hint that was sent in by Mary Hansen of Circle Pines, and we call it Keep Cats Away from Plants. Okay. If you have cats, don't they love to dig in your plants?
Oh, what a
have you noticed that? Well, according to Mary, all you have to do to keep your cats out of your plants is to fill the plants with rocks. And she says the cats will not go in there because they can't get through the rocks to get to the dirt that they love so much. All right, let's put little Kitty down there and see.
Kitty's a cutie, but...
if Kitty goes for the plant.
Kitty needs a little kitty shower. But he's a cutie. Or is it a she? How can you tell?
This little darling is a male. He's a male domestic short hair. He's 12 weeks old. He doesn't have a name. His name is 011. That's his number. He's from the Humane Society, the Hennepin County Humane Center.
What's he supposed to be doing here?
I think he's going for the flower.
All right.
We need a hint on how to keep your kitties out of your flower. Where are you going, kitty?
Maybe he's going for the prize. He could win a refrigerator in here.
Oh,
he's a smart
he's
cat.
Purring like crazy.
Yeah,
If you'd like to adopt this kitty, call the Hennepin County Humane Center because he is up for adoption. Oh, is he a little... Listen to this, please.
Yeah, I know. He was purring on my hand.
Anyway, it must work. He didn't go for the plant.
Yeah, it worked. Time? We don't have time for another one?
Do the drawing.
It's time for the drawing. Hey, we have a nice prize. Let's take a look at this prize. Everybody who sends in a hint that we use, they qualify for this prize. And what you will win is a Maytag washer and dryer worth over $1,000. Somebody's going to win that in a moment. It's a 2-speed washer with normal and gentle cycles. The dryer is a gas dryer with automatic shut-off, etc., etc. All of it comes from Kenwood Penn TV and Appliance in Richfield. So here we go.
Oh, wait, let me put these in that we used today also.
Okay.
These are all the hints that we used on the air from
While you're at it,
October to now.
Why don't you just close your eyes and pick one out? And
Okay.
if you're in the audience and we picked yours, don't be afraid to scream and yell.
All right, here we go. I've got one. Oh, I've got two. I've got one. All right, here we go.
Okay, the winner is Gail Scherer of Minneapolis. Gail is not here. So anyway, Gail, you win anyway, here or not here. Congratulations to you. Those are our household hints for today. If you have a household hint, send it to us. If you don't know the address, call the connection. We'll tell you. Jane Russell. The Jane Russell is here. We're going to meet her after this. Stay with us.
Still ahead in the next half hour, we'll preview one of this season's biggest fashion trends, the sweater look. And we'll find out about a special Twin Cities program where children use puppets to understand the world of handicapped youngsters. And we'll announce more Good Company super bargains, including a 50% off deal on pizza. Coming up next, here in our studio, actress Jane Russell. That's all still ahead today on Good Company.
Today, adoption is changing fast. With new choices for parents, new hope for kids. Here's Mia Farrow with 5 of her children, 3 adopted. Only this week's new Picture Week magazine tells how adoption is different these days. Picture Week, the new magazine of human interest from Time Life, keeping you up to date by keeping everything in focus. You'll see dozens of stunning pictures that leap off the page with just the right words to tell you the whole story. See for yourself. Just see for yourself. Only 95 cents through the lively lens of new Picture Week magazine.
These people are under attack by an invisible enemy. Unseen, it's waging war on their teeth and gums. It's plaque, and it can cause gingivitis, which can lead to irreversible gum disease. Take action with Dentigard Fluoride Toothpaste. No toothpaste has been proven more effective in removing plaque, and Dentigard can even help reverse some of the early signs of gum disease. So fight plaque with Dentigard, because what you can't see can hurt you.
This is the best way to get your kid ready for the circus.
It's the Tubtown Sea Circus.
All the performers have so much fun. And there are so many places to go and things to do.
Get your tickets and popcorn. It's showtime.
Wiggles the whale is mighty smart, but you never know what'll pop up next. The Tubtown Sea Circus. Don't you wish you were a kid again?
When you want to escape the tensions of the day or just feel in the mood to relax, you've got a friend at FM 94 WAYL. At Whale, they play relaxing instrumental versions of your favorite songs, along with soft vocals by artists like Neil Diamond, Linda Ronstadt, and Johnny Mathis. And they do it without a lot of unnecessary talk. So next time you're in the mood to relax, turn to a friend. FM 94 WAYL, the place to relax.
Thank you.
Thank you. You were here yesterday talking to Host for a Day candidates.
Yes, we have had many people come through here who are looking to be hosts for a day on our show, which is going to happen next week. And everyone in our audience has an opportunity to vote on the person that you think should take over for me and Sharon.
Well, now the vote is coming up Friday. People can vote this coming Friday, right? And we're going to preview them all tomorrow on Thursday's show, and yet there's still another audition time.
Right. See, what's been happening is we've cut off. We said that you can come in and audition for Host for a Day if you're one of the first 30 callers. Well, what's been happening is that we've had hundreds of people who want to come in and audition and have not had the opportunity. So you will have that opportunity if you can come tonight. Sharon has a detail.
Yes, at 5:30 today. We want them to call first, though.
No, you don't. No, don't have to call. Just show up if you can make it.
Okay, come to the color lobby here at KSTP at 5:30, and we will have interviews then, and you might be host for a day.
Yeah, and if you want more information, you can call that number, 645-3999. If not, just show up, and maybe, who knows, you will be host for a day on Good Company.
Okay.
Our next guest, Jane Russell, has had a fascinating and turbulent life. She's probably best known now for commercials that she has done for Playtex, the 18-hour commercials. And, of course, people in our audience are laughing, but, you know, it's a very big thing to have a major commercial. Now they're laughing again. Well, see, Jane Russell has had to live with this. It's a big deal. She also, how do you do this? She also had a big movie, no, I did it again, years ago called Outlaw, where she became America's sweetheart, primarily, as she will tell you, because of the way she looked. Well, she has written an autobiography, a fascinating book, called Jane Russell. Would you welcome, please, Jane Russell?
Hi.
Welcome.
Good to meet you. Hello.
You see,
Well,
come on
you
down
had-
a little closer so we can
had
really
a
get to
little-
know you here.
You had kind of a bad time there at the beginning, didn't you,
Well, hey, yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you know how it is.
The title of that book is My Path and My Detours.
Mm-hmm. And there have been many detours. And well, how about this? Now, here we introduce you, and we mention the word big, and people start to laugh. How about it?
I don't know anything about all that. We've now got Dolly Parton, and we had Jane Mansfield, and forget it.
So it's
we go right on.
But you go right on, but will the public let you go on?
Well, I think that thing in the haystack is going to go on forever. I told George Harrell I thought she looked like a sick calf, the poor thing, and that we ought to get out the Epsom salts.
Yeah.
Really? But then, has this been a real cross for you to bear, a real problem in your life?
Well, not... it's just sort of boring. It goes on. For 40 years, it goes on, so I ignore it.
Well, it's funny. Some people say, husbands have said to wives for years, you are my little Jane Russell, and you've heard that, right?
Yeah. That's great. Some guys say, you're my Betty Grable, you're my, what do you call her?
Yeah. So you just want to leave that in your past. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
His cookie monster. He's very romantic.
You know what we should do? We have some great pictures of you, which really show what's been happening in your professional career. Why don't we take a look at those right now? Maybe you can comment. You can look right down the monitor there and tell us what was going on there. And these should start going, well, way back.
Here we go.
Oh, that was the one from Tom Kelly's. That's the one where I got discovered. There's the sick calf.
She says affectionately, yeah.
That's still the outlaw. Straw in her mouth. There's Jack Butel. He's the boy that played Billy the Kid. Oh, that's Joey Brown Jr. That was up at an air base. Russell's Raiders, they called it. There's old Clark Gable making a nasty remark, and I'm making one right back. And Robert the Hope. Cute little man.
Well, you've been with the biggest of the biggest.
Yeah, everybody says, who's your favorite leading man? There's Gene Crane and myself and Gentlemen Mary Brunettes. And there's the blondel, Marilyn and myself, and we were putting our hands and feet in the cement.
Isn't it interesting the similar facial characteristics between the two of you?
Oh, yeah, I guess there's the French line. That was the second great stir in my life, and there's the 18-hour bra.
What is an This is probably a really stupid question, but what is an 18-hour versus a 24-hour?
Well, of course. No, it isn't.
I mean, if you can get to 24, why not go for that? You know?
No, darling, there hasn't been anything made for 24 hours. You see, usually they used to be able to wear them for about 4 hours or 5 hours because they were so bloody uncomfortable. So Playtex made it out of bathing suit type material so that it's comfortable and it stretches and gives, and you can wear it for 18 hours all day and go out in the evening and you're still comfortable. You bet. If you were a big girl, you would know. Yes.
I'll bet you're right.
Absolutely.
Said from experience.
Right.
What is the biggest misconception? Oh, we have to go away. I'll tell you, we're gonna break away right now. We have a lot of questions in our audience. We'll be back with Jane Russell. Stay with us.
Remember homemade orange juice? Think back now. Remember all those fresh, juicy bits of orange dancing in your glass, on your tongue? Introducing new Tropicana home-style orange juice with juicy bits of real orange. Lots of juicy bits, ready-made, for the look and taste of old-fashioned homemade. Because today, who has time to squeeze oranges? New Tropicana home-style orange juice. Every juicy bit tastes like homemade.
No longer am I a lousy cook, thanks to Heinz 57 sauce. Observe, I blend 2 parts Heinz 57, 1 part honey, and I've got a glaze that is really a glaze. Makes terrific chicken, sensational spare ribs, and a honey of a ham. Try Heinz 57 and honey. You'll see why it's more than a steak sauce. A heck of a lot more.
Just wait till you taste my broccoli. Whether I mix it with exotic straw mushrooms and bamboo shoots in my latest farm fresh mixture, or I add it to my delicious pasta primavera, Bird's Eye's newest international recipe, I guarantee you've never had anything like it, because my broccoli's picked at the peak of freshness and flash frozen. So it tastes fresh and just picked delicious. Fresh ideas are always growing at Bird's Eye. Just wait till you taste my corn. It'll be...
Oh, no, your father's favorite shirt. He polished his shoes with it. He polished his shoes with it.
Relax, that shirt was already washed in new Dynamo 2. So new we call it the Stain Stopper. We wash 2 synthetic shirts, wipe them with shoe polish, then wash them again. Dynamo 2 stopped that smear from becoming a stain. The leading detergent didn't.
He polished his shoes with it.
Keep your whole wash cleaner with new Dynamo 2, the Stain Stopper.
We are back talking with Jane Russell. She's on the road telling us about her autobiography, My Paths and My Detours. Jane, you have said that your only regret in life is Hollywood, your years in Hollywood. True?
Well, that sounds terrible. I loved working. It was the kinds of parts that I got.
Did you feel exploited?
I suppose a little, but I didn't really think about it. I didn't pay any attention to it. I just put my head in the sand and went on with my life. But I would like to have done some more dramatic parts, and they couldn't think of, you know, anybody that had done the outlaw as any, you know. I was always being discovered by directors. They'd say, my goodness, you can act. Isn't that wonderful? Why doesn't somebody do something about it?
How frustrating.
Yeah.
You said that you felt you were very naive when you started out in Hollywood.
Well, I was.
What do you wish you'd known when you started that you didn't know?
Well, I suppose the angles that photographers, I had worked for a photographer who was a very protective, nice man, and then all of a sudden I was thrown to the wolves, you see. And
what do you mean?
Well, there were a bunch of look, peek, squeak, and whatever photographers that are all out on the location, and they'd say, Danny, walk down the hill and pick up these 2 pails. And I'd pick up the 2 pails, and I had a low blouse on, you know, things like that.
And you didn't know that's what was going on?
No. And then when I saw it all on the covers, I found out in a hurry. So that was the last of those pictures. But they've been going on for years.
Yes.
Yes, Jane, I understand that you have had an abortion, and I was wondering if you have any regrets.
Well, I was very young and scared and stupid. And to say regrets, I don't really, because of the way it turned out. You see, I think the Lord has a path for all of us. And if I'd had my own children, I would never have gotten involved in WAIF, which is a big adoption organization that helps children get adopted. And we've helped to place over 38,000 children. So I think that if you really turn a thing over to the Lord, I would not have done it. And I don't believe in abortion. But I think if you do take your mistakes and turn them over to the Lord, He will make something wonderful out of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Steve?
Your life has had so many ups and downs. Again, we have some pictures from your life, and maybe if you can look at them, you can tell us what's going on there. So many different things have happened to you. Many husbands, career ups and downs. What are we
Like
looking
a
at
soap opera.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first one was a graduation. That's my mama and her little darling. I don't know where that. It's on a boat someplace.
Skiing somewhere.
Skiing. There's my mother and I going into London when I went to get Thomas, actually, my son, my #1 son. There's Robert Waterfield and Robert Mitchum, and they're 2 old ladies. And they're my 4 brothers that I used to beat up when they were little, and then when they got bigger, I changed my tactics and said, buddy, please. There's the Waterfield family, Robert and Tracy and Thomas and Buck. And even the little black dog. And there's Robert and myself and Gene Simmons in the background and that shotgun right behind Robert's head and Schott's wife. That was when they got married. And there is Roger Barrett, who was my second husband, who died 3 months after we were married. And there is old John Peoples, the big Texas character that I live with now, and we've been married 11 years. Those are the children in Korea in the orphanage that we're getting ready to come to the United States to be adopted.
What do you know now about men that you didn't know 30 years ago?
Oh, I was raised with 4 boys, so I think I always knew about men. If you want to say, what do I know about people? I don't know. I like people very much.
Question here. Yeah.
What was the most exciting time of your career?
Probably in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, when we were working with Jack Cole. He was the choreographer, and I just thought he was a genius, and I adored Howard Hawks. And
There's been a story out there for years that Howard Hughes actually developed a bra for you.
Oh, he tried to.
For the Outlaws? What was that all about?
Well, he was trying to get a seamless bra. He was ahead of his time. There was no such thing then. But it was a contraption, you know, it kind of went down and around your waist, kind of crazy thing. So I threw it under the couch and I put some Kleenex across the seams in my own bra and went out, and they never knew the difference.
So everybody thought it was Howard Hughes that had created this incredible bra.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Of all the movies you've made, which was your favorite, and who was your favorite leading man?
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, I think, was my favorite. I really liked Fuzzy Pink Nightgown, too, but it wasn't in color. And my favorite leading man, that's impossible. You got Richard Egan, Robert Mitchum, Bob Hope, Clark Gable, Jeff Chandler. How are you going to pick a favorite out of that?
Thank you. We just have a moment, but based on your own life and the ups and downs you've had and the paths you've taken and what you've learned, if you had a message that you could give to your own children to make them a little wiser than you were as you were going through, what would you say to them?
Listen to the Lord. And, you know, don't take the detours. My mom used to say that the 10 Commandments were like those white guardrails up the mountain passes, and they were to protect you. And if you bumped into them, you would crash and go over. But if you gave him all the pieces, he would put you back together and put you back on the path. The path is singular. The detours are many.
Jane Russell is going to be autographing her book tonight at Dayton's downtown Minneapolis at 5:30. If you're interested in that, you can call Dayton's to get more information. Thank you very much for joining us. Jane Russell. Coming up tomorrow in Good Company, a group of Twin Cities women who haven't seen their husbands in 3 months get a special beauty makeover before the big reunion. We'll meet the contestants competing for a chance to be hosts for a day here on Good Company. And in our studio, meet laugh-in Sakatumi girl, Judy Carnes. Coming up next, a fashion show of one of this season's most popular fashion trends, the sweater look. More Good Company after this.
Decorate for the holidays now during Budget Power's Decorama sale. Rheem's state-of-the-art engineering and foam insulation combine to make Rheem's Energy Miser series pay for themselves in a short time. Choose from 15 to 100-gallon capacity, all on sale. Cut heating costs 9 to 30% with Honeywell's new microelectronic thermostat. Control heating needs 24 hours a day with easy fingertip programming. All Honeywell thermostats are on sale now. Get the big savings during the Decorama sale.
Budget Power.
See here, young fella. Does your mother know you're eating ordinary tasting bread like that?
Oh, no.
Taste the goodness of this brownberry natural wheat bread. It's moister and tastier than you'd ever expect. And brownberry has no artificial preservatives, just a special homemade flavor.
That is special.
Did you think I'd be giving you the blarney, huh?
Brownberry natural wheat, the goodness your family deserves.
He's learning spelling with Texas Instruments Speak and Spell.
Rain. R-A-I-N. That is correct.
She's teaching her brother with Speak and Spell.
H-E-R. That is right.
They're learning new words with Speak and Spell. But don't tell them they're learning. They just think they're having fun. Speak and Spell for words, Speak and Read for stories, Speak and Math for numbers. From Texas Instruments, they make learning fun.
Another famous American speaks up for America.
This work keeps me pretty busy, but I always take a break to watch that new TV show, America. I find out about the latest trends, fascinating people, and movie stars. Oh, I like stars. And Sarah Purcell, McLean Stevenson really keep me in stitches. So, when it comes to having a good time, America's got it all sewn up.
Keep up with America, weekdays at 4 on Channel 5.
Thank you. You know, the sweater look is becoming a very big thing for both men and women. And I kind of picked up on it just because for menswear gets boring year after year. It's the same stuff, which you probably noticed. So they have now sweaters, so why not try it? We're going to have a sweater fashion show of the latest and the greatest in just a minute. Before we do that, super bargain number 2. We have 2 super meal deals for you today, and one of them is at Dayton's Restaurants. If you like chicken salad at Dayton's, why not get it for half price? Now, Dayton's Restaurants, they pride themselves on having a Minnesota-based menu with items that are unique to our area, plus very popular food from around the country, like Cajun food, burgers, wild rice soup, and a lot more. Once again, our new super bargain man, Mike Dolan, has the deal. Here he is.
The deal is half off on their grilled chicken salad. which is boneless sliced chicken breast served warm with fresh tarragon, parsleys, chives, scallion, and pine nuts on a bed of cold mixed greens. It's served with a special walnut dressing, and it's a combination hot and warm salad. So if you like salads, this is one you don't want to miss. It's really nice.
We trust you, Super Bargain Man. It usually costs $5.95 today and tomorrow for lunch or dinner while supplies last, half price. Go to Dayton's. This includes the Dayton's restaurants in Rochester, by the way. Go in there and ask for the Super Bargain. 50% off will be yours. And if that one doesn't appeal to you, a little later in the show, we have another super meal deal. And now, Sharon Anderson herself, in a beautiful sweater,
Her sweaters.
is going to show us the latest in sweater fashion.
That's right. I have on 3 sweaters today.
You have 3 sweaters?
Yes, I heard
Where's
the
the third
sweaters
one?
were in. 1, 2, 3.
Do those all have sleeves and everything?
No, 2 have sleeves and 1 has just this.
So you,
shoulder pads.
You must be about 1,000 degrees.
1,000
hot.
degrees, I am, yes indeed. But if you love sweaters, this is definitely the season for you because the sweater look is in. We're going to be showing you today what's in, what's new, and how to wear them. Of course, our expert when it comes to that is our fashion consultant and model about town. Please welcome Corbin Seitz.
Isn't this pretty? Ooh. Isn't this pretty?
I love that sweater. It's beautiful and a blonde, too.
Yeah, let me tell you, this sweater is the new classic sweater. You're going to see a lot of gold lurex sweaters out this season. This one sells for $54, which might not sound cheap, but considering that these sweaters like this can go all the way to $250.
Plus, this could be an entire
that's a good
evening
deal.
look. You just put it with a black skirt.
Well, this year you
black
put it
pants,
with
this year
black,
already.
and next year you put it with red, and the next year you put it with lace. So you have it for a long time. It's a new classic.
What else?
Well, let's see. We've got all kinds of choices. Some extravagant, some everyday, and why don't we get started and we'll talk about it as we go. Our first model is from Penny's, and she's showing you the brights in the sweater look. Now you've seen colors everywhere, and what you want to do is combine them like this so that you have blue and pink and green and yellow, all kinds of different colors. Notice the nice long length, not unlike the sweater you've got on today. And the sweater underneath is 23, and the outside sweater is 32. And that's Penny's. I think that's pretty, and it's reasonable, and it's
mix
fashionable.
and match it with a lot of different things.
Yes, then you get a lot of fashion mileage out of it. These 2 looks are from Anthony's, and you'll notice the neutral tones. On our lady, we have a beautiful geometric sweater set, very Italian. Look at this big sweater jacket. You'll see that it has a big band around the hip, and underneath a matching sweater of the same design. Big shoulders, watch for the big shoulders. And on the guy, he's got on a beautiful cardigan that's ivory and gray, again Italian. The Italian look has really hit America, so that's the big trend in natural sweaters in America right now, is the Italian look.
And those are from where?
Those are Anthony's.
Steve's sweaters come from Anthony's.
Yeah, and they're in that same vein, don't you think?
Exactly.
Very textured. This is our young junior look, and Willow is showing you what I call the storybook sweaters. The storybook or alpine sweaters. This one is from JCPenney's, and it's a sweater vest. It has darling panda bears on it.
Sweet?
Pastels are strong this year, and anything that tells a story is really popular. This little vest sells for $25 from Penny's.
That's darling.
Yeah,
That is so cute.
and very versatile for kids because they can throw jackets over or blouses under turtlenecks. This is glamorous. This is from Schlantz. And I remember the other day you had on a quilted satin sweater with the big parrot.
That's right.
Quilted, appliqué, sequin sweaters are very hot. This one has a spaceman on the front, if you can tell that that's what the pattern is. With big sequins, and her hat, I think, is darling too. That's $25 for the hat with a big jeweled applique on the front.
What does a sweater like that sell for? Do you know?
Well, that one's about $260, I think. Those are quite expensive, I have to say. However, if you shop around, you can find less expensive versions with sequins on them. Just look, there's a lot of choice.
Ooh, this is handsome.
Yeah, this is another Italian look. This is from Penny's, and John has on what I call the Missoni look sweater because it's texture and it's geometric. Very beautiful neutrals, a little teal blue through there. And this is by a male designer called Alan Flusser, who designs fabulous, expensive things, but for Penny's, he's done it for $40. And I think that's a good classic for men to have. They have things at home that go with that already.
Yeah, a sweater you'd wear for years.
Yes, neutral pants and things.
Yeah.
Now we're going to show you our ultimate sweater. Look at this. This is a mink sweater, and this is from Schlantz. Look at the beautiful design. See her little trees going across the back and her skier in the front. The way you get into this sweater is that the cow neck unzips all the way to the shoulder seam on either side. You need that to get in it. And this was regularly, let me get this right, $6,900. It is now, ladies, $3,900.
Oh, it's a deal, almost a super bargain. Huh?
We are talking almost half price here. That's from Schlantz.
Well, you wouldn't see yourself coming and going, that's
No,
for
you
sure.
wouldn't, and you'd make a dramatic
A real
entrance.
quick tip Corbin has for us, if you don't want to spend money on sweaters.
If you don't want to spend a lot of money, everyone has a basic sweater at home. This one happens to be in black, all right, with a little collar. What you do is you buy a lace collar to go over top of it. This one is from McMuffy's. They have them from $15 on up. Now see, this is the basic. It just slips over like this. You can buy little ones or big ones. Put jeweled pins with it, lots of pearls, and then you can have a dressy look that isn't expensive and can go to a church, to a party, to anything like that.
And dresses
Very
up any
simple,
color sweater you have.
Very easy tip.
Good idea, Corbin. Thank you.
Sure.
That's what's hot when it comes to sweater dressing this year.
Coming up Friday on Good Company, a doctor has tips on how to treat skin problems with unique at-home remedies.
Also on Friday, you'll get the chance to cast your vote to determine who should be this year's host for a day on Good Company.
And a psychologist has advice on how we women can feel good about our bodies.
Coming up next, a special Twin Cities program where children use puppets to understand the world of the handicapped. Stay with us.
Golden light leads your taste to a fresh new place where tender garden vegetables and rich cheeses are touched by golden light. Golden light. Crisp vegetables, mellow cheeses, delicately breaded to heat in the oven and melt in your mouth. Lead your taste to a fresh new place. Golden light. From Hormel.
Hamburger places serve billions of burgers, and oh yes, they also serve chicken, like chicken nuggets. But it's hard to do chicken right, part-time. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, our nuggets have our secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, so they taste great. In fact, people who said they never tried Kentucky nuggets and McDonald's chicken nuggets rated ours higher on taste. So get your nuggets from the chicken experts. Anything else could be a bum steer.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Heath introduces a new soft and crunchy candy bar.
It's soft.
It's crunchy.
Toffee tidbits covered with real milk chocolate. It's Heath's new soft and crunchy.
For a midday snack, you can't beat a Heath.
Heath's new soft and crunchy.
You can't beat a Heath.
I love the great taste of Heath, America's original toffee bar.
Rich English toffee covered with real milk chocolate.
For a quick pick-me-up, you can't beat a Heath.
America's original toffee bar.
You can't beat a Heath.
Something about a train that's magic.
The comforts of home, away from home. Something almost no one but Amtrak can offer. From Minneapolis-St. Paul, Amtrak can take you to over 475 destinations, including Seattle, Chicago, and New York.
All aboard America, all aboard Amtrak.
Thank you.
See, you're very in with your sweaters.
Oh, thanks.
Do you feel different now? On the air, you're wearing sweaters a lot more instead of the tie and the coat. Do you think it gives you a different attitude?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I feel looser in a sweater. Yeah, he's got a loose sweater on. Yeah. Smart, huh?
No, really.
You know, really.
More
just,
casual?
Yeah, because you can move around more. You know, you just feel like you can get your arms moving and everything.
Yeah.
I also feel it's not me, so that's kind of a long story.
It's not you. What do you
No,
mean?
I don't know. I just, this is kind of more designer-ish. I should take an English course, but then I feel, you know, it's a little too much for me. But I figure, well, what the heck? Why think about it?
Oh, you mean you feel like the tie and you feel stuffier? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a lot more boring than this sweater, I'll guarantee you. Fun sweater, I'm a drag. Anyway, we're gonna
Yeah, in a moment we're going to take a look at a program in the Twin Cities that teaches children how to be empathetic with children that have handicaps.
First,
Super
B, number 3. We're talking about a meal deal here. If you want pizza for half price, why not get it at Shakey's today and tomorrow? And we're talking about Shakey's all over the place. Now, you're probably familiar with them. They have both thin crust and pan-style pizzas, and that's what it looks like. They also have an all-you-can-eat luncheon buffet, but the deal is their specialty. We are talking pizza. Here's the super bargain man to tell you about it.
The deal is half off on large, light crust, single-topping pizzas. Shakey's has great pizza. Everybody knows that. But now we've set up a deal. You can get these pizzas half off. They sell over 1,000 a week. You don't want to miss this deal.
Yeah, if you're a pizza lover, do it. Was $9.95. Now, half off today and tomorrow for lunch or dinner while supplies last. Where is Shakey's located? Well, they're all over the
Everywhere.
place. So if you don't know where, consult your telephone directory. Go in and ask for the super bargain. And that is a very specific deal there. If you like pizza, you'll love half price.
Hallelujah, gang. We don't have to cook again tonight.
Yeah, it was yesterday's Rudolph's, right?
That's right.
Yesterday's
right.
Rudolph's, today's
Barbecue
Shakey's.
chicken.
We can be happy people just by doing these super beats.
Truly, truly. We're going to be introducing you to a program that's going on around the Twin Cities in schools, and it's being presented to groups around the Twin Cities. And, you know, sometimes kids can be, well, they can be harsh. They can be cruel with kids who are not like them, especially children who may have a handicap that's going to school with them as well. Well, there's a new program that helps children learn what it's like to have a handicap. Our field reporter, Mike Brunswick, went out to take a look at this program, and this is what he found out.
Loneliness. Handicapped kids are filled with it. Just ask Manuel.
But when we played outside, nobody would want to play with me.
Manuel has spent a lot of his playtime watching other kids play.
They called me a lot of names, and I didn't really like it.
I bet that was tough, huh?
Yeah.
How did you handle that?
I tried to ignore them.
I don't think they were bad kids. They were kids who just didn't understand. There was some fear. Some children think handicaps are contagious, and they're afraid of them. And I think that all of those things contributed, and it grew. Before we had a handle on it, it grew.
These are puppets, not ordinary puppets, but handicapped puppets, like Sally here, who has spina bifida. Gina, well, she's blind, and Jay is hearing impaired. But what these puppets say may bridge the gap between kids with handicaps and kids without.
I don't really like to watch, watch TV too much.
This is not the first time Manuel has seen a puppet show with handicapped puppets. He remembers a day just like this one last year in another school, a school where kids made fun of him. As they sat through that show, they watched, just like these kids are, and learned about handicaps.
I feel my voice.
Oh, you feel the vibrations. Like,
yes.
If you kids would like to hum, maybe you could hear it too.
The kids who could talk learned about those who couldn't. And one little girl who couldn't talk asked questions anyway of the puppet who could talk but couldn't see. It was a struggle, but she did it.
How can she watch TV? Sure, I can watch TV. I can't see the pictures, but I listen to what's happening. Sometimes I ask my brother to tell me what the pictures are.
Even the blind can see the impact these puppets have on the lives of kids. Kids like Manuel, who remembers that first time last year when the puppet Sally walked on stage. Sally has spina bifida. That's what Manuel has. It was a good feeling. He was no longer alone.
I was telling him about your spina bifida a little.
When a show comes into a school and there are handicapped children in that school, right away they think, well, wow, I'm important. I'm important enough that there's a show about me and about my handicap.
I bet you can't do anything.
Wait a minute. Just because I can't walk doesn't mean I can't do anything. Why, there are lots of things I can do.
What does Manuel remember most about the first time he saw this puppet show?
Well, the kids started to stop calling me names because they understand more about handicaps. Made me feel more comfortable.
How should we treat handicapped people?
Very nicely.
The message of the puppet show is that children are more alike than they are different.
Maybe we don't all walk the same, and maybe we don't all talk
Nice story from Mike Brunswick. Pacer is the name of that program. If you'd like some more information about it, they do come out and do those puppet shows for free to schools and to groups. And there's a telephone number you can call. It's 827, I believe, isn't it? Yes, 827-2966.
Right back.
For all of you whose whipping cream won't whip until you're whipped, we have one new word. New Land O'Lakes Gourmet Heavy Whipping Cream. It whips in minutes and stays whipped for days. Land O'Lakes. The word is spreading.
I was hot on Snack Pack's trail. It was disguised in a new plastic pack. It needed no refrigeration. You could take it anywhere. I took it home. My partner peeled back the new Easy Open top. It was easier. He discovered the smooth, creamy taste. I detected it was made fresh with milk. It was Snack Pack pudding, all right. The case of the new Easy Open pack was closed.
I think we should reopen it, Mom.
We're Beatrice.
The most advanced watch factory in the world makes the most advanced watch in the world. Loris introduces the first solar-powered digital that doesn't need a battery. Loris, more watch than humanly possible for less than $60.
Pass, 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 pass.
Pass the old El Paso, taste the old Southwest. Pass the old El Paso, taste our very best.
From the heart of the old Southwest come old El Paso taco shells full of rich corn goodness and our thick, chunky sauces made from tasty old Southwest recipes. So,
Pass the old El Paso.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stan Turner with an Eyewitness News Brief. 8 Minneapolis police officers are facing disciplinary action following an investigation into loafing on the job. The man accused of kidnapping Verna Petty of southeastern Minnesota speaks out from his jail cell. We'll have his comments for you today on Eyewitness News Live at 5. And also at 5, we'll tell you about a surge in the publishing industry and why children's books are topping out the bestseller lists. And Arthur Ballot comes along to review To Live and Die in L.A. at 5.
The Richfield Community Theater is having a special production, and Barbara Barker and Peter Morange are here to tell us about it.
Thank you, Steve. We're doing a production of Ira Levin's play Death Trap.
Yes, it's going to be performed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 15th, 16th, and 17th. Tickets are available at the door. Performances start at 8 o'clock.
Very good. Good luck. 869-7521. It should be good.
Thank you. We hope so.
It is.
It will be.
It is.
All right, Sharon.
And Sue Dwosnick is representing St. Michael's Home and School Association to tell us about.
St. Michael's is sponsoring their biggest craft fair yet this weekend, November 16th and 17th. And we'd like to stress the fact that this is our biggest yet. We have over 40 exhibits on display. And St. Michael's School is located in West St. Paul, approximately 5 blocks east of South Robert Street, between Annapolis Streets and East Haskell.
Okay, the days again are?
This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 16th and 17th of November, Saturday 11 to 7, and on Sunday from 9 until 2.
Alrighty, there's a phone number to call if you want some more information about that, 457-2334. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Sharon.
Steve?
Tomorrow, remember Laugh-In? Remember Judy Carn, the Sakatumi girl? She always got the water in the face. Judy Carn will be here in the Twin Cities and will be on our show.
And some Twin Cities women whose husbands are in Germany. Haven't seen them in 3 months. Get beauty makeovers for their reunion.
You'll also meet the finalists on our Host for a Day competition. These are some of the people that came in. By the way, you have an opportunity to come in this afternoon at 5:30 if you want to audition for the Host for a Day. You don't have to call. You can just come, and we'd love to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.
For information about what you've seen on Good Company, call The Connection at 922-9000. That's The Connection, where friendly operators will also connect your call directly to the business or service you're looking for.
coming at you from Beefsteak, a new line of hearty breads.
Take a bite out of beefsteak. Take a bite out of life. Take a bite out of beefsteak. Take a bite out of life.
New Beefsteak Hearty Wheat, rich, robust white, and Beefsteak Hearty Rye, all fresh and flavorful. Go ahead, take a beefsteak bite.
Take a bite out of beefsteak.
Beefsteak, rye, new wheat, and white.
Take a bite out of life.
To make winter a little easier to get through, Famous Footwear is holding an all-family half-price boot sale.